You guys want to know about something that evolved like Pokemon? Fashion. Society went from dressing up like Al Capone to Allen Iverson to Rice Gum, and nowadays, people just wear whatever they want. Some people like to keep it simple with a white t shirt, some baggy jeans, and then you complement that with a nice fitted hat and some black and white shoes. Others will go to Zara and toss on a quarter zip, throw on some dress pants, and then get themselves a fresh pair of loafers. And some absolute lunatics will drop their whole bank account and more to get an orange trash bag and a pair of jeans that look like they went through a giant cheese grater. The thing is, fashion is subjective, meaning everybody's going to dress differently because not everyone can pull off the same fits. Different people have different hobbies and interests, meaning that if you love basketball, cars, and music, wear something that reflects those interests. Your outfit is supposed to be a reflection of your personality. If you are someone that likes being the center of attention, then wear something that screams, pay attention to me. But if you're someone like me who is more quiet and reserved and enjoys being comfy, then wear a fit that reflects those traits. However, there is a double-edged sword when it comes to wearing whatever the fuck you want. Because if I were to really wear whatever I want, I'd be walking out the door looking like the wall crawler himself. But then everyone would think that I'm on the spectrum and that I enjoy picking my nose and licking lampposts in the cold. There is a reason why most people only partially wear whatever they want. Like, you can be really into Mario and Minecraft, but if you wear a Super Mario graphic tee with a creeper hoodie over the shirt, you're going to be heavily bullied, and people might start making some really bad assumptions about you. Society is way too judgmental nowadays, and everyone is way too worried about what other people will think. But in reality, it ain't that deep. Like, if you don't got $1 to your name, don't act like you do. It's okay to be broke. In fact, as a broke man myself, I like to spend money at Winners, Marshalls, H&M, and my dad's wardrobe so I can get some fire vintage pieces for free. Seriously, if your bank account is in the negatives, just go look inside your dad's wardrobe and I promise you'll find something that you like, because dads have pieces that you won't be able to find at your local clothing store or thrift store, because their pieces are a real one of one. You can't find them anywhere else because they're unique. But if your dad left to go get some milk and he is still looking for it after all these years, then I guess you can always ask your mom. Unless she left to go chase that bag and she still can't catch up to that bag because that bag is so goddamn fast. If that's the case, then just go sell some drugs. You know, you got no parents to make proud anyways, so might as well. Jokes aside, you don't need money to throw on a good fit. And if you don't believe me, just go look at anything made by Balenciaga. That shit costs an arm and a leg. And yet, you are spending a ridiculous amount of money to look like you have no money. I mean, dog, come on. This is supposed to be something a homeless man would wear if he had his clothes stolen, not something a runway model should wear. Anyways, you're probably wondering what kind of shoes a broke dude like me would be wearing. And to that, I respond with panda dunks and fakin' stocks, because the real Birks are way too expensive. Yeah, I know, I wear pandas and reps in big 2025, but I don't care, and neither does anybody else. Because no one has ever shitted on my pandas, nor have I ever shit on someone for wearing pandas, because they're a good quality shoe. They're affordable and could go with pretty much anything due to the shoes being black and white. And yes, I wear reps, and so do most other people. Because does anyone really care? No. Does anyone really notice? No. So go wear your Panda Dunks, your Vans, your Chucks, your Reps, whatever, because even though social media might tell you to not wear these shoes, they're just saying that because it's a trend to not like those shoes, even though you'll see people wearing them all the time. Like, I promise you, you won't get flamed for wearing some old school Vans to your school. They're a good shoe. Also, speaking of shoes, beat them things to the fucking ground. Way too many people are buying a brand new pair of shoes the second even a little bit of crease starts to show. You see, money doesn't exactly grow on trees, nor does it fall from the sky. So wear your shoes until you can no longer wear them. Because shoes are meant to be worn. So don't worry about your shoes getting beat up. It's okay. They can take it. Alright? I promise nobody's going to care if your shoes are a little bit creased or a little bit beat, because I can confidently say that more than half the population right now are wearing creased slash beat up shoes. Now, did I just pull this statistic out my ass? Yes. But just go anywhere out in public and you'll know what I mean. Also, we gotta stop hating on cuffed cargos and cuffed sweats, because if they were fine to wear a few years ago, why are you all of a sudden going to be labeled as an NPC for wearing them right now? Like, I see people wearing them all the time, and no one has ever walked up to them to tell them how their cargos are ass or how their sweats are ass. Matter of fact, I own a pair of cuffed cargos and cuffed sweats myself. So yeah, I guess the point of this video was to explain how the fashion community is way too toxic nowadays. Now, I wouldn't really call myself a fashion expert. I just like what I like, but some of you guys take fashion way too seriously. Anyways, since this is my first video, I don't really have an outro, so 1,000 subs and I'll do a hand reveal.